So we're going to do an unboxing of the ZH Halliburton 820-13 in yellow. So I purchased this because Halliburton has a good reputation. We probably know them from the aluminum suitcases and briefcases that they produce. But this is a polycarbonate suitcase that they produce. And I thought it would be a good idea because I take a lot of these short European trips sometimes, and like Ryanair, they have these really small overhead bins, and sometimes they want you to check the bag instead of taking it as carry-on. And I see all these Europeans with these really puny carry-ons. So I bought this as an intercontinental carry-on, thinking that it would be significantly smaller, although I did look at the size, but I thought it would be significantly smaller than the American carry-ons. I also felt that the bright yellow, and it was on sale too, that helped a lot, would attract a lot of attention. I've always liked a bright yellow bag just in case somebody decides to walk off with it, which I pray never happens to any of us, but we would quickly notice them when we see this bright yellow bag going away, but hopefully it stays with us. So the handle on the side and the top doesn't have a handle on the bottom, so it's just one side and the top. Has a bit of a rubbery feel, something like a sports watch band. Not uncomfortable, but it's high quality, rubbery feel, thicker watch band, so it's not awkward to grip it. Has a good one lock on the side that I liked, so I don't have to purchase a lock. You just program in your code. I always program in the same code so I don't forget, and they're all TSA accessible nowadays, so you don't have to worry about that. And that seems to work really well. A lot of times I won't even lock it just in case they're going to open it, so it's less inconvenience to them and less they'll probably disturb what I have inside. We'll just open the lock one more time so you can see how convenient it is. It's a sturdy lock, looks like it'll last a long time, clicks right in there, and shouldn't give you any problems with the lock, which is nice. And again, you don't have to purchase one. Again, this is the ZH series. I'm not sure if they carry this one anymore. It's definitely the polycarbonate. They had a couple colors that they're not offering anymore. It's been a while since I posted this video, since I received the bag. But again, at the top, they have that watch band rubber feel to the handle that's at the top. There's one also on the right side, and it feels exactly the same. They've got the 4 feet that you can see there on the side. Not uncomfortable, not the most comfortable. The other handle is on the opposite side. We'll flip it over so you can take a look at the back. Now let's open it up. And it's a little interesting when they open it up because it's got these 2 compartments. Has the ventilated section right there on both sides. And it's almost like a mirror. Both sides mirror each other. So we're going to open it up in a second and you'll be able to take a look inside the bag. What's really interesting is both sides are kind of like a carbon copy of each other. So I don't know if the intention is for you to be able to put anything in the middle between the 2 sides. That's for folks who are carrying things they shouldn't be doing, but don't do it if you're thinking about doing it. But it is a compartment there. And then there's a little side slot where you can put some small things in just to stay a little bit organized. You've got the same exact thing going on if you consider it the left side, the same exact configuration on the left side, which is really interesting. I guess you could figure some small items between the 2 once you have them zippered closed. So if you close the left, close the right, and want to throw some things in the center, I guess you could, but because it doesn't have an expansion zipper, it's pretty much for the well-organized. I expected it to be a little bit smaller, and I expect to have some space in the middle. But the handle, retractable, pretty good, has 3 slots, so it brings it up to a good height, has that same rubbery feel on the handle, which is reasonable. The wheels seem to work, 4 wheels work really well. The folks that have 2 wheels aren't able to carry it perfectly horizontally. They have to incline it a little bit, but since it has the 4, it's great, and the 3 positions work really well. It's a pretty solid handle, which I was happy to see in a polycarbonate bag, keeping the weight light It looks like they went with aluminum or some polycarbonate for the extension too, which is good. I was happy with it, and it was easy to bring it up and down, so I didn't have any problems with that at all, and it rolled really well. They're all using these same balls as the wheels, so no reason to talk about the system that they're using. But Halliburton's got a really good name. The metal bags look really sturdy. They're not polycarbonate. I'm not the biggest fan of polycarbonate anymore. I just wanted something really small because it's not as flexible. We're going to get into some measurements in a second. It's a matte yellow, and so it's not shiny. 22 inches in height, 55.9 centimeters, 14 inches in width, 35.6 centimeters, and 9 inches in depth, which is 22.9 centimeters. Weighs about 7.7 pounds, I guess 35 or 38 kilograms. Now we're going to compare it to a normal carry-on. It's almost exactly the same as a normal carry-on, although this is supposed to be like a international or intercontinental, whatever they want to call it, international carry-on, but and I guess it's 1 inch shorter, because I guess it would be 23 versus 22. So, but almost the exact same as this baseline that Briggs & Riley that I'm comparing. A free monogram right here on the side. They have a little metal monogram that attaches right there to the side for your name. You can see both bags side by side. Overall, it's a good bag. It's not as small as I expect it to be. Has these rollers, which are pretty good. Overall, I like the bag. Would I purchase it again? Probably not. Why would I not purchase it again? I wanted something smaller. Soft shell are always easier to carry in overhead bins because they're more flexible. Having an expansion zipper is really helpful if you want to expand the bag to be a little bit larger. You get maybe 1 inch, sometimes a little bit more than that, of stuff you can shove in there if you can get away with it. Sometimes they'll check your bag for free. So is it a purchase again? Although it's a super quality product, I wouldn't purchase one of the aluminum suitcases for the same reason, just lack of flexibility, and then it's going to get banged up. And it's going to look pretty banged up after a while, especially if they force you to check the bag. So it's a good bag. I'm happy to have it. It's definitely noticeable, but in the future, I probably would not do it again. Thanks. Hopefully this helps. Like and subscribe. It was helpful. Sorry the video was so long, but blessings to all.